Fezzi, what's on your mind today? You said you had something bothering you a little bit.
Well, I saw this. I read about this new documentary.
Did you see it or did you read about it?
Well, I saw the article, and then I decided to read it, is what I did.
Gotcha.
So it's called The Woman Who Married the Eiffel Tower, and it deals with people who are called objectum sexuals, and they fall in love with inanimate objects. And this woman, she had a...
You know who's like that? Casey.
Oh, come on. I'm very animate.
Fell in love with an Irish version of a cigar store Indian.
Oh.
So she had a wedding ceremony and actually married the Eiffel Tower.
Well,
and
I hope the two of them would be very happy together.
And I think even changed her last name to Eiffel Tower.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking if I married a landmark, I think I would probably go with Mount Rushmore. Then I could be like 4 first ladies right there. With Lincoln and Washington and Roosevelt.
So instead of you saying, isn't this a crazy person, you are now saying, what monument is left for me?
Well, maybe I should have said, isn't this a crazy person?
Yeah, that probably would have been the thing that would keep you away from seeing a shrink.
Yeah, I guess in this documentary, there's they study like 40 people, that they have all in love with inanimate objects. And I'm just thinking...
Would you rather they fell in love with inanimate objects?
Well, I mean...
Nemo.
Maybe not an animal or anything.
What else did they fall in love with?
Like everyday objects. There's one woman who is in love with radios. And she has affairs with, radios and different electronics.
What do you mean she has affairs?
Well, what she calls affairs, and she cuddles with them and sleeps with them and that sort of, and kisses and caresses them.
All right, so there's 6 billion people on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
40 of them are fucking idiots, and the 40 idiots get a fucking movie about them.
I had never heard of this before.
Why would you? 40 out of 6 billion. There's no reason that you should.
I wonder if it starts like in childhood, where a kid really loves his blanket. And then they just somehow don't grow out of that.
Did you have anything like that you had to have with you, like a toy or a stuffed animal?
I had a bear. I had it was a bear that played music, and I had that thing with me constantly. In fact, the music box actually broke off of it, the key that wound it up, and I still kept...
Wait a minute. You had a music box bear?
Yeah, the bear.
How fucking old are you? Seriously, this is the kind of shit Ben Franklin had, where you just wind something up and watch it play in front of you. Oh, my God.
Right next to my telegraph.
Because I remember being a kid seeing those old movies, and you're like, they had the most boring fucking toys ever. A little mechanical dog that went back and forth.
Yeah.
I used to have, I guess I was about 5 or 6, and I used to have... a little ounce of pot. I used to call him Ouncey. And then I started calling him Liddy, Dimey, Nickelbago, and then finally Roach. Those were the 3 finest days of my life.
Gone now? All gone?
Yeah, it was going quick. Here's Will. Will, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, buddies. I think Fez would be better off marrying the Washington Monument, and then we give him about 200 gallons of anal lube.
Mong, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, great. First, now it's the Eiffel Tower. What's next? Allow the gays to marry?
It really does. This is the slippery slope that we were talking about.
The gays should be allowed to marry before any sort of national landmarks.
Just go to France. Seems like you can get away with it there.
And how do you know the Eiffel Tower is a guy?
You know what they shape? Like a cock. Pointy. You know what they call gays in France?
No, what?
Frenchmen. Well-known fact.
It's easy.
Mm-hmm.
Just simple. No extra word usage.
I'm not going to fuck you. I'm going to fuck him. Here is Eddie. Eddie, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up, Ronnie?
Yeah.
Was Fezzi's bear's name Steve?
No, I can't remember what the bear's name was. I think I named that. It was like Pete the Bear or something like that.
Oh, witty kid. Huh?
Didn't like alliteration.
I wasn't going to name him Barry.
Oh, yeah.
So, Pete the Bear.
Yeah. And
so you were in love with someone named Pete as a kid.
Well, I loved that bear, and it went around everywhere with me. I never wanted to lose that bear, and it slept with me every night. And it's probably the most I've ever gotten.
Ew, you fucked it.
No, I didn't screw
You
it.
sound like you fucked a
That's what you
bear.
were saying. The most I've ever gotten of what?
Sharing my bed.
James, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, Fez was in love with food. I mean, he's had the two heart incidents, and he has another one, he could die. So we all know that Fez, just needs to relax and not.
Just stop talking, please. I'm begging you to shut the fuck up.
Paints a pretty picture. And that was just really an overblown rumor that at one point in my childhood, I made love to a cupcake.
Funny pneumonia. But you did have Pete the Bear
I had Pete the Bear, yes.
that you loved and slept with.
Yes.
So at that point, didn't you think to yourself, I'm a little boy with a secret?
No, I never thought that. I thought I just loved this bear. Like I would, love my dad. Wait a minute. That might have been a bad example.
Something fucking happened to you. Your effeminate dad did something to you.
He, every now and then you'd see him, wearing some of his mother's clothing, but other than that, I can't think of anything that he had done.
Sean, you're on Run and Fez. Sean, once, twice? Lost you. Here's our good friend, Mikey Background. Mikey.
Oh, no, hey, this is David. Hey, says he loved a bear named Peter, and now he just loves Bear Peters. See ya!
Well, that's hit and run. I don't even think it was Mikey Background.
It definitely wasn't Mikey Background. What's going on over there today, young Steven Stills?
I don't know what Mikey Background's voice sounds like. I apologize. I thought it was. He said he was plugging a show for this weekend. For me, it sounded like...
Anyone could get on with that same joke. You don't have
Yeah.
to lie and say you're Mikey Background.
Hi, this is Anthony Cumia calling.
I don't think
I'll
it is.
be live Monday, 6 a.m.
That's a
Put
good
me through the ride, will ya?
That's a pretty good impression.
Meet my partner, Opie. Opie, do you have something to say?
I sure do, Anthony. I can't wait to do our show.
You have completely confused my phone screener now.
There's two guys in the studio.
When the real Anthony calls in, he'll be going like this. No, I happen to know the real Anthony is insane. He is an insane cartoon. Joe, you're on the Run and Fez show.
Hey, Ronnie B.
Yes, Joe.
Hey, did Fezzy have a little toy named Sheepy back in the day also?
Now, everyone can mock my love for Pete the Bear. But I'm sure everyone, when they were at least a kid, had some sort of inanimate object they were in love with.
I was affectionate about a little blankie, and because it was yellow, I called it corn. But I swear to God, my mom took it away from me, and that was it. I wasn't in love with it. Love is a strong word.
I'm so tired. Where's corn?
I was pretty pissed that she took corn away. I remember to this day, I'm like, where the fuck is corn?
I'm going to tell you something right now. I have to feel that this blanket really was corn. That you were sleeping with an ear of corn around you. Like you're some kind of a fucking bug.
You'll
like
get
a
a real...
boll weevil. Just wrapping a fucking ear of corn around your dick.
Someday I hope to get a real blanket.
Is that Anthony? Anthony, is that you? Did you just call?
No, this is Jim Norton.
Why do the parents feel the need to take things away like that? Is it really hurting a kid if they want to keep their blanket around?
I know that you're not a parent, but if my fucking kid had something named corn that he was sleeping with, yeah, I'd take it away. I'd take away a fucking champagne bottle if I saw him kissing it. It's embarrassing.
Yeah,
you don't want to be humiliated. It's bad enough you have to stay in at night because you have kids.
Right.
Then they start talking like stupid idiots. Stop it.
And I think she also thought that corn was perpetuating my sucking of my two fingers. I didn't suck my thumb. I sucked my middle and index finger on my right hand.
Made it more cock-like.
That's why they're so pruny.
But I only liked to suck them when I had corn around. So
How old were you when you lost corn?
About 10.
Maybe this is what happened. Maybe the reason why your mom took corn away was to clean up some nasty dog shit that was all over the kitchen like you did with the beautiful keepsake that your grandmother made for your baby.
Listen, I was intoxicated.
Oh,
you know.
then that makes everything okay. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the only reason why my client ran over those children is he was drunk. So please open up this door and let him walk down the street.
You're a great lawyer.
I'll call you Corn. You have blonde hair. I'll call you Corn. This is what fucking Dave, when he was younger. You going to go see the Beach Corn in concert? No, they're just blonde-haired people. They're not corn.
I've never said this, but I had a weird thing similar to Fez, but I would see celebrities, but I would identify them with foods rather than, like, numbers. And I've never...
Wait,
I swear to God this is true.
I know it is, because you're a fucking idiot.
Okay.
I don't have to
Yeah.
hear the story.
Like,
I'm trying to say, for human beings, slow it down.
Okay.
Let's find out just how retarded you are.
come on. So I remember seeing Grease and seeing John Travolta on screen and saying to my mom, I'd really love steak tonight. But then it wasn't. Then I would see Urban Cowboy and ask my mom, "Are we having steak tonight?" And like I kept thinking, and I would say this to my mother. I go, "Doesn't John Travolta remind you of steak?" And I swear to God, she was like, "What?
You're a cannibal baby."
And I'm not even kidding. Olivia
My
Newton-
favorite actor is Filet Mignon.
And I saw a picture of Twiggy and thought, like, man, she looks so much like butter. Like, I thought she looked like butter. I'm like, doesn't she look like butter to you? And my mom's like, what does that mean? I'm like, she looks just like butter.
I want you to understand something. When you were 2-year-old, you drowned. The fucking oxygen was cut off to your brain, right?
Yeah.
That's why you're not like us. That's a fucking true story.
Yeah, and it was a very weird thing. And I always thought George Burns was old purple grapes, like grapes. I was like, God, I want some grapes. George Burns is on TV.
I've known you for how many years now?
8, 9.
Why wait till today to tell us this fucking ridiculous thing?
I just thought of it right now. This is like a
So
memory.
you're making it up right now?
No, I swear to God in the Holy Bible. Swear to God in the Holy Bible.
I'll hold on to my domino and swear on it.
I swear. Yeah, this has existed for my entire life. No, it stopped existing. It was just something.
It stopped existing.
It was just something that happened from like the age
What
of
food would you say Fez reminds you of?
Yeah.
Fez turkey.
All right, that's real then.
Like a big butterball.
So now you can watch Travolta movies without worrying about steak?
I'll be honest, it pops up every now and then, but it does happen, yeah. It does happen every once in a while that I'll see someone like Kevin Spacey and want a graham cracker.
Well, you want to be one of those guys that only goes to when you see a Travolta film at a steakhouse.
I wish that was possible.
You just lay out one of the little DVD players, order a steak. This is going to be fantastic.
Don't give me any shit. I'm watching Travolta. Isn't this a steakhouse?
Then you wrap yourself up in some corn and take a nice nap.
Must have been confusing when you watched Wild Hogs. Probably seem more like a pork chop then.
Yeah, I mean, look, don't get me wrong. It doesn't happen with every person, and it doesn't usually happen now that I'm an adult, but it did happen quite frequently.
Quite frankly.
As a child, until I was about 12, it stopped happening.
And that's when you got your first pubic hair?
12 and a half.
You, Corn, Fez, and Pete. Today's my last show. I'm not even fucking making that up. Today ends it.
No.
I am putting an end to this fucking misery.
No, please.
It's over now. I've got enough cigars to last me quite a few years.
Please don't do that.
It's the Ron and Fez Show on XM 202, Sirius 197.